What's up you guys, Ed here from TechSource, and today I have a very special video to share with all of you. A lot of you have been constantly asking me to build a budget gaming PC and do a video on it, so I finally gave it and decided to do one. The best part about this is that I'm actually going to give this away to one lucky person, and I wanted to give a big shout out to MS Tech for pitching in and really helping us make this giveaway possible. I will give you guys more info on the giveaway on the next video, but for now let's take a quick look at the parts that we chose for this build, and you guys can also find the part list in the description down below. So let's start off by taking a look at the case. Since we are going for a budget mini ATX build, we had to go with a very small case with a low cost, and that's why we chose the HEC Vigilance Micro ATX case. It's far from the best looking case out there, but for the price of only 25 bucks, we really couldn't pass it up. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. The case is black with some minor red accents, which makes it stand out a little bit. The buttons on the front of the case, however, are way too big for my taste, and I would have liked to see the I/O panel closer to the top of the case. But since it's a very small tower, I would assume it'd be okay to place it on the table for easier access. Popping the side panel out, we can see that there is plenty of space to work with, however with some negatives. First off, the power supply has to be mounted on the top of the case, which is kind of old school, and the drive bays cannot be removed, which kind of sucks if you don't end up using them. It would have been nice if it was removable for more airflow in the case. The back of the tower, however, is pretty standard. You have your 4 expansion slots and an air duct which can fit a 120mm fan if you choose to replace the stock one. Overall, it's a great case for only $24.99, and since this is a budget gaming PC, I can't complain. So for the CPU, we chose the AMD FX 6300 because of its super low price. It comes with 6 cores, and for the price, that's incredible. You can also easily overclock this bad boy up to 4.1 GHz, although if you choose to go that route, I recommend you getting an aftermarket CPU cooler just to keep the temperatures down. This is the best bang for your buck CPU you can currently buy, and if you're building a budget gaming PC, then this is the processor you want to go with, hands down. For the motherboard, we went with the Asus M5. I'm just gonna call it M5 because that's a bunch of letters in there. This board is an excellent choice if you are working on a budget PC build, and for the price of 50 bucks, it comes with a lot of features. It has a very solid build, it handles overclocking very well, and it can support up to 16 gigs of RAM. The motherboard also has 6 3 gigs per second SATA ports, 2 PCIe 1 slots, and a 1 PCIe 16 slot. Overall, this is a really great motherboard for the price, and it's perfect for a micro ATX gaming PC. Low price and a trusted brand is why we went with the Kingston RAM sticks. 8GB is all we need for this PC, and with a memory of 1600 MHz, it should be plenty for gaming. We went with 2 sticks of 4GB each to run it in dual channel, which will increase its performance. Onto the GPU, we chose the GTX 750 Ti because of its cost to performance ratio. With GPUs nowadays, it seems like the higher the price, the less the performance boost you get. This graphics card will allow you to play games like Diablo 3 and Call of Duty Ghosts without any problems. Will it max out all games? Obviously not, but the graphics will be better than current consoles. The card has 640 CUDA cores and comes clocked at a 1202 MHz, which is blazing fast, and with its 2GB of GDDR5 memory, it should provide for some very smooth gaming. For the ports, it has 2 DVI and 1 mini HDMI, but you don't have to worry about that because it does come with a DVI to VGA adapter along with a mini HDMI to HDMI cable for convenience. This is definitely the card to get if you're looking to build a budget gaming PC. For the power supply, we had to go with a brand we trust, and we've been using Corsair PCUs for all of our builds, and the reliability is one of the best you can buy. 430 watts is plenty of power for this build and for future expansion, and this is the bronze certified as well, which means it will provide power efficiency, reducing the heat in your computer system and prolonging its life. If you want to throw in another $10 on top, you can get the modular version instead, which should keep things a bit cleaner with cable management, but for the sake of not passing a budget for the video, this will do for now. For storage, we went with a 500GB Seagate hard drive because that's plenty of space, at least for us it is, and 7200 RPM is plenty of speed, especially since we're not going to be working with large files. In the future, it is possible to add an SSD or an additional hard drive if needed. Last but not least, we have to have an operating system. A lot of people disregard this part when it comes to builds for some reason. You need an operating system to run your PC, so include it in your build. So we went with Windows 7 because honestly I wasn't a fan of 8.1. I know they're bringing the start menu back, but for now I'm just gonna stick with Windows 7. Not to mention I won't be keeping this for long because of the giveaway anyways. So these are the parts we went with for a micro ATX gaming build, and if you guys are on a budget, I would strongly recommend getting these parts. The only thing you might want to change if you have some extra money is probably the case for something that looks better or has more features, but this is pretty much a solid build as it is. Some other optional parts that we threw in here for the giveaway include a 21.5-inch monitor from Acer, a Microsoft Sidewinder X4 keyboard, and a Roswell wireless PCI adapter so you guys can connect to the internet wherever you are. So that wraps up the video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when we upload the second part of this video, where we will be running benchmarks and intense games on this PC and see how well it performs, as well as give you guys instructions on how to enter to win this PC. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.